Hello, hello, hello there. It is Jaden Avery Love of Optimum Humanity. So just as a quick mention, there will be some of these days where I refuse to not record, but I'm having a little trans moment. So, um, there's like, it's like one of those situations where it's like nothing anybody can do. Like there's no makeup or clothes that's going to change my mind about how I look right now. So that's just the truth of the moment. But I still got work to do because y'all still need to be informed, okay? So let's get into it. This is about the full moon going down February 27th. Um, First thing I want to talk about is Pluto, because Pluto is in Capricorn and he's been there for a minute. But this is just wide scale, talking about wide scale responsibility and ethics. Okay, so this is like on an earthly level, like on like the whole world. Like that's what we're doing. We're working on responsibility and ethics, and specifically with Pluto, it's very much here. This is your ish. Does it stink or not? You answer the question, right? So it asks for participation in it on a wide scale. Excuse me. Um, then we have then we have Mars. Well, we have Uranus and Lilith, right? So there's like this. No, that's not. Fuck. Okay. Then we have Neptune in Venus and the Sun in Pisces. Okay, so now that we're in Pisces, Pisces is an energy that is about definitely about forgiveness, but is also about sacrifice and service to others. Again, on that wide scale to the world, right? But I mean, it's all the signs. All the signs are really just about healing the world and a special gift that you can give to the world under the guise of this sign or these signs. But either way, what we're talking about here is seeing things a new way. Okay, so a lot of you know that Venus equals love. Neptune is a bit blinding, right? It's murky, it's illusion. And so it gets you to see things in a new way. Obviously, the sun is the sun's self. So you yourself seeing things in a new way pertaining to love. So the with Pisces, the energy is spirituality. That is a bit about like the that sacrificial energy, and so in the spiritual world, so the unseen. So right now we are realizing that we're seeing what we love from the unseen. What does that mean? That means that we're not talking about the physical world. So we're seeing what loves us and what we love, what we're attracted to, and what is attracted to us, under the guise of it belonging to us spiritually. Okay, so now it's not that you just like how purple looks. It's because your aura is purple, or it's because I am opening up the third eye right now, and that is purple, or it is something, a very deep relationship with the things that you already knew you loved or were finding out that you loved, especially with Aquarius season just passing by. We were able to identify a lot of our problems and a lot of our motivations. So right now we're seeing what we love from a deeper standpoint. That it is not just it's meant for me. It's not that it's like for me to have this. It's this person is meant for me. This thing is meant for me. This is, instead of this being my pet, this is not just fatty, y'all. Now this is my familiar. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're taking it from. This is not just my parent. This is my best friend, right? That there we go. That's it. I can move on now. Another thing is you have to keep in mind is that the way that um, the way that everything is set up right now, everything, literally all the energy is on one side and it is opposing the moon. So the moon is the shadow self. I've told you guys that before, but what is the shadow self doing right now in Virgo? So Virgo, let's talk about Virgo for a little bit. Virgo is the editor. She or they edit behavior or the toxins in the blood. They edit the toxins that we take in the stomach. Like they clean things out, and then it's like cleaning out the blood, sending the toxins where it needs to go so you can get it out of the body, and then taking the things that are good and keeping them in the body to use for energy or whatever the case may be. So that is the energy of Virgo. And so what's happening here is you're loving something in the spiritual world, and it's losing its physical luster because you're like, fuck the physical world. I know that this thing belongs to me. Like, even after, God forbid, if I were to die, like, this is mine. I'm gonna have this in my next life. Do you understand? It's not um it's not skin deep any longer. Okay, this love that we're talking about it's not skin deep, you guys. And so it's being scrutinized by that shadow self. So that shadow self is here to test us and to say, no, that's not for you. Maybe it's not for you because honestly, it's like you're giving what you're gonna give to some charity when you know that you could use that for something else that you need. Like it's scrutinizing the thought process of what you are loving now and how you love that thing, because it's for you to choose that thing continuously. A lot of times people, I always say this, positive focus is bad, you guys, because what it does is it stops you from admitting that some things that are uncomfortable, they are yours, right? These things, you might not get along with everybody, and that is something that is special to you, and that's something that you have got to live through. It has to be like that. You can't let yourself be unhappy because of someone else's standards. So that shadow self is scrutinizing you so you can choose against it. Okay? It's scrutinizing you so you can choose against it to make sure you know exactly what you want. Okay? So make sure to choose the right paths, you guys. And please know that there's going to be a voice from within you that is telling you that this is the wrong choice. Okay? And so that internal battle is meant to happen. All right? Don't get too sad, don't get too upset, because then you can't be neutral and make the right decision with a clear mind. Let's move on. I already know that this doesn't make sense to the physical eye, but I'm tired of the status quo. So Uranus, we already know Uranus is, that's the one, that's the anarchist, right? So it's like literally, but with reason, not like just for troubles, not for chits and giggles, but it's literally the anarchist that is saying like, this status quo is not helping anybody, and I just don't give a shit about what your reason is for giving me it. I don't want it. I'm breaking it down. End of story. And so that is where that's the voice that you want to listen to. When that other voice is the naysaying voice comes up, you want to listen to the voice that gets you doing new things. Okay, remember, we just left Aquarius, y'all. Just because we left Aquarius don't mean we stopped doing new things. We're trying to set a tone here. We're setting a pattern here. Okay? Mars is finally down with the get down, okay? He has us feeling quite courageous with that trine to Pluto. It's like using your ambitions creatively. So it's like being courageous literally is the meaning. Okay, so full of energy, all right, and ready to take things down. Remember, Mars is the physical masculine of physical, so he is trying to make things happen for super serial. He had enough time spent around conjuncted with Lilith and Uranus trying to break everything up. Now he's ready to put things together, and now he's leaving Taurus with the understanding of how he can courageously confront those things that he needs to get done. Now that he realizes, what issues were his, what issues belong to Venus, right? Because remember, Venus was just in Capricorn, so we were working on how to love, and then Venus went into Aquarius, I believe, and then we were working on what we're loving, and now we're seeing that what we love it's not just physical, it's way deeper than skin deep, it's way deeper than physical. Okay, Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn. This is like my favorite part of this, and like the last part is that Jupiter, Mercury, and Saturn. It's like Mercury and Jupiter. You have conjunction. You have above par intelligence. Then Mercury and Saturn. You have methodical patience, and Mars and Saturn. You have methodical and patient power of endurance. Okay, so you put that together with Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn, and it's like single-minded focus, y'all. It's single-minded focus. Like when I tell you that I have been having issues with this, I mean, it's so on time. I was just saying, my cousin slash best friend, she was like, look, you're the only one who is waiting, who knows what's supposed to come out on the channel. You're the only one who's waiting for the schedule to be done. You're the only one who is doing it. You are your own boss. Don't sit here and be mad at your employees. And I'm like talking to my employees, like giving them pink slips and shit, threatening them on their employment, because I'm like, this isn't right, this isn't. But it's like, no, just do what you can. Do what you can. Okay, do what you can and be focused on it. I told myself today, I was like, look, I've been trying to record this video for 3 days, because I recorded the wrong one, y'all, but whatever. But I've been trying to record this for 3 days, and I was just like, no, I'm not going to today. I'm not shaved. My face is like, it's a whole schedule, y'all. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna not record. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna not record. That's what, yeah. So be single-minded focused so you can get things out of the way. Able to achieve through hard work, okay? That's another part of the Jupiter, Mercury, and Saturn mashup conjunction, is that you're able to achieve through doing hard work. All right? You guys, I apologize. I'm not going to do like a card drop. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just do a quick little read for you guys, okay? I'm going to be using the African American Tarot. Let's just see what comes out. I'm asking my feminine self and aligning with my higher self. I ask the four of us to work together to give those people reviewing my channel a taste of what the full moon is like. Okay, first card that comes out is Six of Cups. First card. 2, 2. Second card, Six of Coins. One more. Last card, Knight of Wands. And an oracle, please. The oracle is the Moon card. Let's talk about the shadow self for a little bit. Because in that order, Six of Cups, nostalgia. Six of Coins, philanthropy. So the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of any suit is the heir of the suit, okay? So this is air and fire. If you don't know, fire plus air equals more fire, all right? So you have to be careful with both of the sons of fire and air. The Knights of Fire and Air, they can be very, very dangerous and very, very alluring, okay? So you do have to be careful with them, but let's put it in the sentence, right? You have nostalgia, philanthropy, and then passion, burning passion, burning fire, passion, all right? And what I'm gonna say here is that, first of all, you guys have the help of your ancestors, like right behind you. Look at this right here, okay? The Six of Coins. And so this is in the center, so this is in our present moment in time. All right, so the Six of Coins, you see that it's like he's tending to the fields, tending to the flock, and you see he looks up to the deity and says, please help me with whatever. The Six of Coins is about philanthropy and giving. So I see the situation where it's a deity and he's tending to his flock. So it's like giving and with benevolence. Giving with benevolence, okay? Over here I have nostalgia. And this looks like remember the times. Do you remember the times when we used to be tribes? Remember those times when we used to love each other? So nostalgia and philanthropy going into this burning passion. Okay, this burning passion, this Knight of Wands. Okay, so a lot of victory here. Also, it's very much like, you know, what I was just talking about with the love that starts from in your heart. It doesn't start with your eyeballs. Okay, the love that I'm talking about, that agape love, it's starting within your fucking soul. Okay. And then why do I know that it's the soul level? Because on the philanthropy card you have a deity. All right, on the nostalgia card, that's reminiscent of our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, do you remember those times when? Well, they are giving to you pending your ancestors are giving to you abundance based on your passion and how you're letting it fly. Okay, you have to let your passions take flight. Okay, and I know that sometimes it's scary because the Knight of Wands can burn down a whole forest. You know, if the king doesn't ask, you know, the Knight of Wands to be careful while he's looking for the thing, while he sends him on the mission, he will burn down the whole forest. So definitely don't do that. But the thing is that you have to also let your passion take flight. See, that's what it is. And that's the reason why the moon card came out on the oracle. That makes so much sense, is because right now the moon is the naysayer. The naysayer is the shadow self. So we're right in tandem. It's going to make a lot of sense for you guys to ignore the naysayer's self, to ignore the shadow self. And that's what I tell you that's what I would recommend for you to do. Okay, ignore that shadow self, because that shadow self is gonna be like, well, why does he get that and why can't I get that? Or you know, well, why do I have to be the one to be the big guy? Why can't I argue? I feel like I'm right in this situation. So if I'm right, then I should not have to shut up. No, 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 no. You're we need to like, I'm surprised the judgment cards didn't come out. Like literally, we have to be able to listen to our passions. We have to listen to our heart. We have to listen to the fire within us. The world around us is always going to tell us to do something that benefits you physically. And honestly and truly, who you start out as is a spiritual being. That's who you start off first. That is how you originate. And so that is why I know that this message, it's gonna help everybody, because no matter what, whoever you are, if you are alive, the initiator of the feelings, that is you, but you are not the feeling. Okay, you are not the body, you are not the feelings, and you are not the, what is it, you are not the body, you are not the thoughts, and you are not the feelings. Okay, so please, you guys, please know that I love you, that you are loved. And please know that the love that you have for everyone in your life, it is because it starts on a soul level, okay? It starts on a level that you can't see, all right? It was because you guys already made this plan to meet and know each other, love each other in this life, all right? So nothing starts, nothing originates with the physical world. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.